Okay, it looks like we're live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Nobody Studios live stream, where we interview some of our early investors as well as our own team members. Today, I'm really excited because for the first time ever, we have a Nobody Studios crowdfunder. With that being said, I would love to introduce the wonderful Kristine.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. And I'm so excited and honored to be a part of this. So, yeah, I'm really, really excited to be here. My background is a designer and an educator with an entrepreneurial spirit. And I do a lot of work on how we can use design to improve society by launching a lot of early stage ventures and working with folks in a growth stage as well.
Wonderful. Kristine, I was wondering how did you get involved in Nobody Studios? What was your introduction and what called you to us?
So it showed up in my inbox, one of the announcements, and I was immediately intrigued. I'm one of those curious people who I'm like, what is that? I have to know. So I immediately went and did some digging and was super excited to see that somebody is starting to rethink access to the startup world, to the capital of it, to ventures. And I think access in the standpoint of, being a part of it monetarily, but I also think access to the knowledge that's shared within that world that people outside of it don't necessarily get to play in or even get access to on a regular basis. So I was immediately super excited and intrigued, and just had to know more and wanted to invest and support it and see it grow and be a part of it.
Yeah, wonderful. Are there a couple of things that you want to share that really called to you about Nobody Studios, things that inspired you, or that you felt like, wow, I really want to be a part of this?
Yeah, I think some of the things that really inspired me is I went to a bunch of sessions going back to that curiosity thing. I'm the person that has to know. I'm like, okay, I'm going to invest in this. What are they really about? Like the press is one thing, but who are the people behind it? What are they really doing? And I think there were a number of things that struck me. I think one, it's a team that talks about global, but also is super welcoming and inviting. Like you don't always see that. So I've received messages from some of the folks on the team and, shout outs and them really involving the crowd in the webinars and the sessions that they've done, which I think is both challenging. Like that's not always an easy thing to open yourselves up to that. And they've done a great job, like, answering questions, asking for feedback, responding to feedback from folks. And I find that super, super impressive. I think the global nature is something that really inspires me. I think the problems and the uncertainty that we're facing requires more voices, more thinking, and a diverse set of them if we're really going to get somewhere versus, approaching things some of the ways that we always have. I think the frugalness, the idea that you can just launch something quickly and not spend millions of dollars and years overthinking it, is something that has truly, truly struck me. And just like I said, the access from like learning about the octopus movement to hearing about the research that Donald has done to the way that the team approaches ideas. So it's like the team, the work they're doing, it's all of those things combined. It's not one thing, I think, that has led me to want to be a part of it.
Yeah, wonderful. And then is there anything you would want to share to other people who are maybe curious like you or wanting to get involved, or any suggestions you would make to them?
Yeah, I would say start by joining a session that's the most interesting to you. I mean, there's tons of them going on, whether you want to learn about the financial model, like there's a great stream on how that's all working and it's distributed, or how you want to understand how the team is sourcing ideas and vetting and thinking about ideas. There's great information on that, whether it's research and how they approach that and what what the goal is around humans and what we're putting out into the world. Like, I think there's a lot of great sort of streams that are out there and that have been done. And I think join the conversations. Like there's conversations happening on the investment page. There's also conversations happening across social media. And this is, I think, a very welcoming group in that it's easy for anyone to access and join the conversation. And that people should feel confident that they can, voice their opinions or ask questions and that someone will respond, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, wonderful. I'm glad to hear that you think that, because that's one of the biggest things that we value in our studio, is having that accessibility and being open to everybody, and being on a global kind of atmosphere here. So yeah, is there anything else that you would like to share with everyone watching right now? Any last thoughts you want to give? I know you've said a lot, and it's all
But
great stuff. So
yeah, I think one last thing is one of the other things that's impressed me about the team. And I think, the idea of creating 100 ventures, over this short time period is that it's also a team that's about doing and taking action, more than just conversations, and thoughtful about it. Like they're not just like, we're going to launch everything, but really thinking about it. But that, I think that combination of ambition and thoughtfulness are like critical to success, and it's really really neat to see that way that it's manifesting across the work that the team is doing. So
yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Kristine. I think that pretty much wraps everything up for today. Thank you, everyone who joined us today. I hope you can tune in for future live streams. We have a bunch coming up this week. And thank you so much, Kristine, for joining us today. It was a pleasure to meet you.
thank you for having me. It's a real honor to be a part of it.
Yeah, of course. Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye.